These are really important that we have a stake in the manufacturing of the things that we need as a nation so that when China decides that it wants to go to war against us, we're not relying on them for steel and aluminum in order to fight them.
Okay, well, at least that's an answer.
Bill Maher is usually extremely outspoken. He has an opinion on every single thing. But when this young lady was done breaking all this down, he said, well, that's an answer, and then moved on.
The reason people want to go back to the 70s is in the 70s, the largest share of our GDP was in the middle class. And that was not separate from the fact that 25% of our economy was in manufacturing.
Right,
our economy was an upward funnel of wealth. And the largest share, which used to be in manufacturing, which gave a lot of working class people a middle class standard of living, now the largest share is in real estate and finance. That manufacturing is still being done. It's just being done in other countries. It is still
for wages we will not work for.
That's exactly right. You're right, Bill. That's what the tariffs are for. They are to make American workers more competitive in the global market. Why are we accepting that there should be a race to the bottom? You know, China, what is its competitive advantage over us? It's that it pays slave wages. Why should we accept that? They're still manufacturing our PPE, our pharmaceuticals, our cars. They're making all that stuff. Trump says there are 5 industries that we cannot have any kind of national security without having a stake in them. Pharmaceuticals, lumber, steel, aluminum, and I forget what the 5th one was. But these are really important that we have a stake in the manufacturing of the things that we need as a nation so that when China decides that it wants to go to war against us, we're not relying on them for steel and aluminum in order to fight them.
Okay, well, at least that's an answer.
Hey, you know what's funny? Bill Maher is usually extremely outspoken, especially when it comes, I don't give a dag on what they're talking about. Bill Maher is usually extremely outspoken. He has an opinion on every single thing. But when this young lady was done breaking all this down, he said, well, that's an answer, and then moved on. That's an answer. As the crowd just started clapping, because usually he got one of those type of The View crowds. You know what I mean? The people that's told to laugh at certain things, and it's not really organic most times. They're like really told to laugh at his punchlines. And I'm not saying he's not funny. I think he is funny. I think he's hilarious, actually. But on this point that this lady was making, he didn't say anything. Now, I do want to touch on something. She said that, now, first of all, I don't know if we have the workers here to get these things done in a timely manner that will get us up and running. And I will hope that we will start doing the work here. That will create a whole poop ton of jobs for so many people. But they will have to go to trade school for this. We will actually have to have the material for it and so many other things. Again, I'm not speaking against it at all. But I do know that in other countries, they pay their wages are way cheaper than ours, but they're nowhere near as cheap as they used to be because these other countries are catching on to their value. Something like in China, for instance, she said that they pay slave wages. That's their advantage. That's not their only advantage, because how the industries they send their people into, they have an abundance of engineers. They have an abundance of factory workers. And these people, this is all they do. So this is a specialty for them. And they've been working and pretty much cornering the market in this for such a long time that they're really good at it and they can demand their value. So for us at this point to just take it and be like, nah, we're going to do it ourselves. That's a huge gamble. That's a huge gamble. Am I for us at least trying? Yeah, I'm for us trying. Because honestly, I don't want to have to be so dependent on other countries for anything whatsoever. Because what do we have? What do we really do have? Trade wars. What do we have? A war? And we lean on them heavily for their materials in order for us to get out there and fight. At some point, we got to get back on our own feet. Like it's the whole kumbaya with all these different nations been so super friendly. I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. I think that's been over. Like, and we're only discussing it now because Trump is the president, but this has been going on. Like, people are talking about all the tariffs we're putting on other countries, but then we just now had a conversation last week of all of the tariffs that Canada put on us. We was talking about the tariffs that Trump was about to put on Canada, which were minimal in comparison to the tariffs that have been placed on us for an extremely long time from Canada. So, you know what I mean? This is a part of the chess that they're playing, a game that I don't fully understand. Just like when it comes to this whole tariff thing, I'm sure they're doing something to try to make us the winners again. But it's going to take some pain, man. It's going to be a learning curve. It's definitely going to be a learning curve. So, I mean, that's my 2 pennies. I'm not really a financial guy when it comes to this. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a learning curve. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from 0 to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.